You're listening to the Chronicles of Living podcast, where we talk to everyday people about everyday things in the past, present, and future. Now let's talk.
Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop on the road of life. You can't stop. You can't stop moving. Keep move. Keep that pace. You switching to gear. Let's go as we climb up the hill. Don't slow down. Pedal a little more. The mind is working. It's in control. Your wheels are turning a little more. Going higher another notch. Keep it steady. Don't watch the clock go round.
Greetings, my visionary dreamers. How is everybody doing today on You Can Do It Wednesday? This is ADionne, your dream pusher, your lifeguard, saving you from some real bullshit. Listen.
Learning, always turning later. Cannot stop the time. Always merging into lanes that better suit us as we ride. Switch it up. Switching to gear, let's go. As we climb up the hill, don't slow down. Pedal a little more. The mind is working, it's in control. Your wheels are turning a little more. Going higher another notch. Keep it steady, don't watch the clock go round.
As I said, this is ADionne, your dream pusher, your lifeguard, saving you from yourself, from the world, from some real food. And you're listening to Chronicles of Living podcast show, the show for everyday people doing everyday things, living everyday life. You know us extraordinary folk, doing the thing the best way we can. Or doing a damn thing the best way we can. And today's topic, I'm gonna be honest, I did not write it down. I was rushing for time and meditation, but we're gonna talk about what is taking you away or bringing you closer to your divine purpose. Do you even know? That's kind of like a deep question. I mean, when you really think about it. And that's something that I don't think we stop to ponder on. And we really need to. That topic came about from one of my oracle cards, one of my angel oracle cards. Just felt the urge to pick one and see what comes out. And I really can relate to this topic. And I'm sure that most of you out there can relate to it as well. Because, once you decide to ask yourself and be honest with yourself as to what is it that's, pushing you away or taking you away or bringing you closer to your divine purpose in life. I mean, we get up in the morning and just do our everyday routine. And, I always talk about the fact that when we're young kids, we have big dreams, visions, and goals. And as we get older, because certain people that come across our path, whether it's family, whether it's a teacher, whether it's, family friends, will tell you as a kid that you can't do what it is that you are dreaming about. At some point when we are kids, we will cross that path with that adult that lost their dreams, lost their visions due to everyday life, and instead of pouring into you, they're taking away from you and pouring doubt into you. And therefore, that doubt becomes a part of your subconscious and you don't even realize it. You're just growing up and your dreams and your vision are slowly fading away and you don't even know. You don't even know until you come across a friend or somebody you grew up with. Hey, Ryan, thanks. Yeah, yes, this is live today. I know it's been a little bit crazy, but it is live today. So I thank you for joining the show, and I hope you enjoy. But when you come across an old friend, an old schoolmate that you used to hang out with in elementary school. I mean, some of us lose touch with those friends forever. And some of us lose touch for years and then all of a sudden, we might bump into them, or now that we have social media, we might come across them and, we'll get a chance to reconnect with them. And if you ever had a chance to come across an old friend and you go out and you get to talking, most of the time you'll remind each other of the things that you used to say, what you plan to do in life, what you plan to become in life, and all the big dreams and the visions that you had. And, you were so happy back when you were kids. And then you might go into the mode of asking each other, okay, so what happened? Why did you let that dream go? Why, didn't you pursue it, And the conversation might go something like, well, you know how it is, the kids, the bills, I got to take care of priorities. And therefore, your friend is like, yeah, I get it. And it's like, what happened? Unless you come across a friend that actually decided to go after their divine purpose. Now you can be inspired. Now you can look at it as though this was your chance to recharge your dreams and your visions. If you ever come across an old friend that knew you when you were still dreaming big, or still talked about your goals and your visions that you haven't accomplished as of now, and they are actually living their divine purpose, that is inspiration to you, to let you know that, you know what? I grew up with this person. If they can do it, I can do it. And that's enough to just jumpstart everything all over again. So I say all of that to say, don't take those unexpected meetings for granted. And to me, it's not unexpected. Nothing is unexpected. Everything to me is kind of planned out, and it all goes with the decisions and the choices that we make along our journey. And because of those decisions and those choices, there are going to come repercussions, some bad and some good. And you got to roll with it, whichever way it comes. But you have to, at some point in your life, no matter how old you are, you have to take a moment and think about what you're doing. Think about how you're living your life right now. Are you happy? Are you happy? Even if you have everything, even if you have the big house, the cars, and, if you're a so-called playboy, all the women, are you really happy? Is this what you really wanted, you know? We have to learn to be honest with ourselves, because so many of us go to our grave and never walk into our divine purpose in life. And there are so many of us that's somewhat like me that have a whole lot of big dreams, visions, and goals. And I can honestly say I have pursued so many of them. And if you've been following this podcast, you know that a lot of them I have accomplished, and some of them I haven't yet, but I've worked towards them. But I can honestly say that at this point in my life, I can see clearly why some of them did not come to full fruition, and some stopped midway. I can see why, because now that I took the time out of my life to go to a retreat, to meditate, to learn who I am, to clear my subconscious, to become one with me, with my spirit, with my highest self, I can see clearly why certain things happen. At what point was I being taken away from my divine purpose? The people I might have hung around, the atmosphere that I was living in, all of these things play a major part in keeping you from your divine purpose. If you are surrounded with people that don't have dreams and visions themselves, that let theirs just die down, then majority of the time, they can't believe in yours. They can't support yours. They can't be your cheerleader. That's not a good environment for you, you know? So this is the reason why, even though I do have some supportive family members and some supportive friends, I had to go away to see what is it that's keeping me from walking into my divine purpose in the full potential, in my full potential, and I really can acknowledge that because of me obligating myself to so many different people in the past, obligating myself to their dreams and their visions in the wrong way. It kept me from being 100% with me. And even though now I have, visionary dreamers that I help out, it's in a different way. I had to learn, how is it that I can balance everything? Because this is my dream. This is my divine purpose in life. This is what's bringing me closer to living my divine purpose in life 100%. Me talking to you every week. Me taking the time out to help visionary dreamers that want to help themselves. That's the difference. I was helping people that didn't want to help themselves, and therefore I was doing majority of the work, and so that's what pulled me away from my divine purpose and made me be half-assed. I can't say it no other way, with myself. And so we have to be careful with connecting ourselves with people that pretty much make us drop the ball on ourselves, And sometimes you don't even acknowledge it. You don't even know it's going on. It's because you're just living everyday life. You're just doing your routine. And so you don't notice it. People that have negative energy, but you're constantly hanging with them. You're constantly being around them. And like I said, sometimes you might live in a household with some negative people, but it is on you to get away. It is on you. You owe it to yourself to find that balance, to set the tone, to speak up for yourself and let those negative people know that you're not going to take on what it is that they're going through or the thoughts that they have that's coming out of their mouth. And when they decide that they want to talk to you in a pleasant way or a positive way, you'll conversate with them. And I know y'all probably saying, oh, that's easier said than done. No, it's not. Because at the end of the day, you are in control of you. No one's in control of you but you. And if you are giving someone control over you to that extent, that's your bad. That's on you. Because nobody can control us individually but ourselves. Now, unless you are in the service or incarcerated or something like that, but still, outside of the rules, outside of the routine, even in school, college, any type of institution, yes, you have to follow certain rules. Your job, you have to follow certain rules. But you can still demand your respect in a respectable way. And you can set a tone. Everywhere I go, everywhere I've worked, once I figure out people, I make sure that I set the tone as to how they're going to treat me, how they're going to talk to me. And if they cross that line one too many times, I will remove myself. That's it. And people, like you say, you think it's easier said than done. Will it cause complications sometimes? Yes, it probably would. Will it make your path a little rocky for a second? Yes, it might in some cases. But nevertheless, at the end of the day, I feel like this. One of the most important things for me is honor, respect, honesty, loyalty, and I give that to people. So I expect that back in return. And so when I don't receive that, then I feel like that's interfering with my energy, my outlook, my flow, and therefore that's something that can take me away from my divine purpose because now my focus is knocked out of position. Now I'm unbalanced. So how can you focus on your divine purpose in life if you're out of whack? If you're going into a career, a job, or a home that you feel dis-ease in. And I say dis-ease in. How can you, even if you are working on your dreams and your visions and your goals, how can you function to your full capacity? So if that is the case, then you need to find a place that you feel at peace. Rather it be, I remember, even though I was living by myself, and then I didn't have nobody around me before I even went to the retreat center, I used to go to the state park. I love being around the water. And when I first started this podcast show, I used to record it. Take my laptop and I record it outside right near the water. So yes, the weather, I don't know where you are, but in certain places the weather might be a little still chilly right now. But I'm just giving you an example. There are places that if you feel like you are not focused at your own home, then you need to find another place to go that you can call your sacred place to work on your dreams, your goals, and your visions, That's the only way you're going to be productive and prosperous in what it is you're setting out to do. I know, because there have been so many times that I just find another place. Even if it's like in my own home, I always have peace. But sometimes if you have a little blockage, just a change of atmosphere, it's good to go somewhere else and start brainstorming. So you got to decide, who is it? Where is it that makes you feel closer to pursuing your divine purpose, that even helps you to clear your head to the point that you can recognize your divine purpose? Because a lot of us don't even know what our divine purpose is yet. And that's because you have all of this clutter in your head. That's why before I come on the podcast show, I meditate. I do some breathing exercises to let out all the stuff that's, not serving me, that's not benefiting me, whatever thoughts that might have came across my mind throughout the week. I sit for a moment and I meditate. I do a little breathing. Sometimes it's as little as 5 minutes. But you'd be surprised what 5 minutes can do to you when your intention is just that, to clear your head. Be silent, be quiet, and sit and just breathe in and out and clear your head. It's just like, okay, bam, let's get it moving. Brand new start. Yes, you still have the things going on in your life that you have to deal with. But what it does is it allows you to look at things from a different angle. When your mind is free of clutter, you will gain more clarity as to whatever it is that you're going through, whatever it is that you need to accomplish, whether it be short term, long term, whatever obstacles, whatever struggles. This is how I got through. This is how I was able to still pursue my dreams and my visions and my goals in the midst of my different storms in life, in the midst of my obstacles that I had to jump over. I still was pursuing my dreams and my visions. And I know a lot of people, they couldn't understand. Like, you going through this, but yet you working on that. Exactly. To me, I think that's what kept me alive. Like, just still knowing that I have hope, that God has blessed me with all these talents, these gifts. And so he wouldn't have blessed me with all of this if he didn't believe I couldn't bring it to light within my power. And then he adds to whatever is missing and make it come full circle, But the bottom line is this: you have to do your part in order for God to do his part. That's how it goes. You can't just dream and just write out these plans and write out these visions and not take action. I have so many journals and so many books that I've written in throughout the years. And the reason why a lot of the goals and the visions have came to pass is because I pursued them by all means. And yes, some of them have put me in debt, where I had to start all over again. Plenty of times that has happened to me. But I believe that we are all put here for just that. We all have a divine purpose in life. And as we're going through life, I don't believe that there are mistakes. I think there are different ways of attacking whatever it is you're pursuing, And in the midst of that, there have been times that I thought, oh, that was a mistake, that I wound up utilizing the same thing I did to help out something else that I was pursuing. You get what I'm saying? Like something that I thought I couldn't use. I really don't have like a total example right now, but there have been times where something I thought was dead. Let's say it that way. Some like when I went into the Boys and Girls Club and I thought that my whole designing and tailoring career was dead, but yet these kids wanted to learn how to sew. So I was thinking, okay, that part of me is done. But yet the kids rebooted it. Working with the kids rebooted that part of my divine purpose in life. And that's what I'm saying. Like, nothing is a void. You have to realize that. Nothing that you do in life is a void. Even when you go through relationships, whether it be friendships or, different mates, partnerships, whatever type of relationship, and it ends. It wasn't a void. It was for a reason. And we all learn something from each other, whether it ends bad or not, bad or good. It's really not bad. It's just lessons that we learn along the way. Lessons that we learn from each other along the way. Lessons of what it is that we will tolerate, what it is that we won't. The strengths, the weaknesses that we have, the things that annoy us. And this is how we learn how to work on us as individuals. We can look at someone else and see the things that we might not like or we might like about them and decide, that person is doing that and it annoys me, but somebody told me I do the same thing. So now I know how that person feels. So now you get to work on that area of your life. You get what I'm saying? Or the same as in if you like something in that person, something about that person's character. That's something that you can decide, I want to work on that part of my character because this person makes me feel good when they come around me. I want to make other people feel good, just like they make me feel good. So now that's an area that you can work on. And all of these things, as we're working, will bring us closer to our divine purpose in life. Because again, we are all energy. And so whatever energy you put out is what you're going to get back from people, from things, and from situations. Whether you believe it or not. You can keep telling yourself, oh no, I know this but until you start shifting your mindset as to what you want to see in your life, how you want your life to flow, and you start making those changes within you, within your space, within your friends, within your group that you are around, until you start making those changes, even if you feel like it's something that's detrimental, you're never going to get closer to your divine purpose. Because you can walk in and have your dreams, your visions, have all the money and all of that, but the thing is, you won't be happy. You won't be totally fulfilled. You will be happy on the outside because things are going your way, but at the end of the day, there are so many rich people that are living their dreams, their visions, and their goals, the things that they have been pursued for years, that are empty inside because they didn't work on themselves the way they should have, So I said I was going to do the 30-minute thing. In case you didn't hear on the other shows, I'm cutting the show down to 30 minutes just in case you ride into one destination to the other. I don't want you to miss anything. But I hope that, as usual, you got something out of this today. Decide, ask yourself, what is it that's taking me away or bringing me closer to my divine purpose? What is it? Start again. Make your list. Make your list, because you really don't know until you start writing things down and you see it on paper. That is what will allow you to have more clarity. Start writing it down. Look at it on paper. Make the right decisions. The people, the things, the habits that's taking you away from your divine purpose, you need to get rid of them or be around them less, or don't do whatever it is habit-wise that you know is keeping you from your divine purpose. You have control over that. And the things that's bringing you closer, you need more of. You need to be around those people more. You need to do those things more. We're all here for a purpose, whether we realize it or not. I say, take a chance on you and pursue your divine purpose. Or take the time to figure out what is your divine purpose and then pursue it. So, that's my time. And I want to thank you, everybody from all over the world. This is a part of my divine purpose. I'm pursuing it. I wrote it down. I said this podcast would touch the world, and that's what it's doing. This is my 85th episode. I've been working through the storms, the struggles, the obstacles, and I'm still here. And if I can do it, you can do it. It's nothing different about me except for the tenacity, the perseverance, the confidence, and the courage. Strengthen those things within you, and you will walk into your divine purpose. So, until Sunday, I will see you guys. I love you all, you visionary dreamers. This is ADionne, your dream pusher, your lifeguard, saving you from yourself, from the world, from some real bullshit. And you're listening to Chronicles of Living podcast show, the show for everyday people doing everyday things, living everyday life. You know it's extraordinary, folk. I love you guys. Peace. Thank you for listening to Chronicles of Living, where we talk to everyday people about everyday things in the past, present, and future. And if you are pursuing your dreams, I'm proud of you. Because the best part of life is when you decide to live. To keep up with us, please visit chroniclesofliving.com. Until next time, this is ADionne, your dream pusher. I love you guys.